So we have a very big unfortunate tragedy that has occurred in Germany. So they say, quote, a massive black truck plowed into a Christmas market teeming with revelers in West Berlin on Monday, killing at least 12 people, wounding dozens more, leaving Germans mourning a national tragedy during the holiday season. So, what seems to be going on is that there was someone who drove a truck into the Christmas market, and like they said, dozens are wounded, and many, or 12 people are, that's the lowest amount of people who are killed. So, this is naturally, of course, rest in peace to all those. And it is a terrible tragedy because, of course, it's the holiday season. People are supposed to be having joy and having fun and everything. But it seems like there's always a time of year where something like this does occur. And I'm always hopeful that these do not end up actually being these terrorists. And I will tell you why in a second. So, they say, quote, two senior German officials briefed on the matter told the Washington Post that the suspect is believed to be a Pakistani national who arrived in February as an asylum seeker. If the man is confirmed as the culprit, it is likely to fuel an already heated debate in Germany over Chancellor Angela Merkel's decision to open the door last year to nearly 1 million migrants, most of them fleeing war in the Middle East. So here's what I have to say with this now. So again, they don't know for sure if it is. They're saying, I think the actual German government said don't rush to rumors or anything. But of course, naturally people do because of the history that we've seen. And now I'm going based off of the Washington Post's conclusion here that I just stated with you. I think it's a Pakistani nationalist. So what I really want to make sure that people understand, and what I'm trying to say is, do not look at this and then say that you don't want to take in more refugees, because if you say that, what you're actually doing is helping their cause and what they wanted. And I'll tell you exactly how. The reality is a majority of these refugees are women and children and not bodily abled men. Of course, a lot of them are bodily abled men, and some of them are old people as well, of course. So when a majority of them are like this, and then they have the very minority representing them because you choose to override the majority who are legitimate refugees seeking asylum from the disastrous wars in the Middle East, in Afghanistan, in Iraq, in Syria, you got Libya, all these countries, man, it's war-torn. And when you decide that the minority should overrule the majority, and because of these stupid fuckers who do this, the few stupid fuckers who do this, you say, nah, all the hundreds of thousands of refugees who are legitimate and they're running away, fleeing from war-torn countries, and they're trying to find asylum. They're just trying to live their lives peacefully and just, do what they can living and not being in a war-torn country with tons of poverty, death situations, no safety, all of that stuff, right? So what I'm urging you to do is to please not look at this minority of people and you say that, oh, these people are what I'm going to, in my mind, have represent all of these refugees. So, hey, we're not going to take any refugees because they're terrorists and stuff like that. But the reality is, and I think everyone can agree with this, the majority of them are women, children, older men, non-bodily abled people. So if you already admit that, that would mean that you are letting down a majority of people who are actually looking to be integrated into a society in which people are able to live their lives peacefully and it's not controlled. And like I said, peacefully. The countries most of them are coming from are war-torn. So another thing I would like to say is whenever that is a very big thing, right? But also another thing, as we've seen with the Patriot Act after 9/11, is when these type of things happen and you end up marginalizing the people's liberties and rights, that is also something that helps and fuels what they're doing, because you are letting them put fear into you by their actions. You should not be taking fear because they're trying to give it to you. What you should be saying is, no, we trust these people and we are going to understand the facts and we're going to, make sure we keep our rights. So do not let them do to you what they want to do. Instead, try to help the refugees who need help. Make sure that, the government doesn't take away rights that they want to be taken away from you. The terrorist wants to be taken away from you. So we got another quote here. Quote, President-elect Donald Trump also denounced what he called a horrifying terrorist attack in Berlin, saying in a statement that Islamic terrorists and their networks must be eradicated from the face of the earth, a mission we will carry out with all freedom-loving partners. Okay, so now there's many things to take from this quote specifically, right? So he's saying it's a horrible terrorist attack in Berlin, which we don't know for sure if it's a terrorist attack or not. We can only hope. Just from how quickly he got that, and also how he's talking about these people, I don't think he's being sympathetic towards refugees who are legitimately looking for safety and peace and just trying to live their lives peacefully. And also, the way he's going about it, I feel like is going to continue our wars that continue to destabilize regions and just not go at the core problem and instead further the problem. So this is a big mess, and please, I urge you guys not to fall into the trap of what the terrorists really want you to do. Understand that, please.